Hi everyone, good evening. I hope you all are doing well, and I also hope that my voice is audible to you and you guys can see me as well. So just do give me a heads up if it is audible and visible to you or not so that I can have an idea about it. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Just give a quick heads up, guys, whether I'm audible and visible as well. So yeah. Rohan, I'm good. I'm doing fine. What about you guys? Okay, seems like I'm audible. Okay, all right. I'm good, Dilip. What about you? Yeah, it is. All right, guys. Seems like my voice is audible and my I'm visible as well. So let's wait for you can say 3 to 4 minutes for others to join as well, and after that we can just go ahead and start our class. Today will be all about active recon, you can say. All good. Thank you. You're welcome. Hi, Ali. I'm good. I'm also good. Okay. Just let's just wait for a few more minutes for others to join. So till the time others are joining, you guys can ask me what are your doubts till the time from the previous sessions or previous classes that we have covered in the boot camps of day till the day 3 content. You can ask me. I'm open to doubts till the time so that you guys won't face any further issues on the active recon that we will be learning today, and you can directly and totally focus there as well, there only. So just do let me know about your doubts. Okay. Just go ahead and ask. $40 OSINT tools. Oh my god. Where did you got all of those, Fahim? From where did you got all these tools? I will also be glad if you wanted to share. You can just share. Create a one only one comment only, and share it there. I'll pin it. Don't worry. That's great. If you're helping people, that's great. So I would say just create one list of all. Okay, LinkedIn. Nice. You are taking good benefit of LinkedIn, I can say. Yeah, just create one whole list and just share it there. Shodan is best or Google Doc is best? Ali, I would say Shodan is best in its way and Google Doc is best in its way. So that means I would say they both are better and best in their own ways. It is not like that you can use Google Doc and you can use Shodan. You can use both of them for different ways and different means, and you will get different knowledge out of it. Sometimes Google Docs don't show you the information like ports and everything, but Shadan would give you the information regarding the ports and something like that. So that's why I would say that they both are good in their own ways, and they have their own information that they helps out in for you to gather information, and that way they both are different and you can call it good in their own set. Yeah, I said the same thing, Rohan, to him. Just let's wait. Yeah. Just give me a second, guys. There was something going on behind my scenes, and I have to just check it once. Mm, okay. All right. Any other doubts, guys? Or shall we just proceed further? Mm. Yeah, we are going to do active recon today. I'm going to show you how. Yeah, before we proceed further, guys, the active Recon, just do tell me that are you guys having Kali Linux and the Oracle VirtualBox or VMware set up in your systems? If you don't have, no worries. I'll show you a brief that how you can install it, so that later on for the practice part you can install it beforehand and do it, so you guys won't feel like you are lagging somewhere or you don't know anything about it. So if you don't have, just give me a heads up and just point it out that you do not have it. If you have work of purple theme, Ali, work of purple theme is something, you can call it this way. You can say it such a way that purple teaming is a combination of both the red team and the blue team. That means offensive and defensive combining together calls the purple teaming. So that is what it is. Okay, Kali Linux is there. Okay, many of you seems like have Kali Linux. For the people still who do not have Kali Linux, let me share my screen and show you that how you can actually get to have an idea about it and how you can see it. Just give me a second, let me share my screen. And yeah, do let me know if my screen is visible to you or not. That's good, Dilip, that's fine. No ma'am, okay, no worries. Ashu, I am going to show you so you would have an idea. Okay, if is my screen visible to you all? Visible. Okay. So first of all, what you have to do is you have to go onto the and click on VirtualBox. You have to open up your browser and just have to mention virtualbox.org. For the people who don't have it in their systems, I would share the link here as well, so that you guys can go ahead and you can say Rohan, I'll tell you about BitterCap as well. Don't worry. For now, just focus on what we are learning in the class. You can see over here, there is an option of virtualbox.org. Just click on this website, and as soon as you will go ahead, you will be able to install the VirtualBox into your system. You will be able to get an idea from where to download and what to do. This is a website to download VirtualBox. You can see over here there is an option to get started, and then the option is download. You can click on this download option, guys, and you can see this there are recent releases which will be getting installed into your system for that. So just directly go on and click on the download option over here in the VirtualBox binaries and platform packages. Just click on this download, it will start to get downloaded. For the god's sake, you can just see it easily. I am not installing because I have already installed it in my system. No worries. Fahim, no worries about it. You can do one thing. You can later on share it with me. I'll share it with the team, and the team will share it further to each and every student. Okay, you can share it to me on my LinkedIn profile. No worries. Okay. So here we go, guys. You can see here. This is how you. No, 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 Rohan. That would be called spamming in the comment section, and the people would get distracted, as well as the team would ban you for some. They would think that it is something else. So don't do it. I'll personally uh, take the team out of it to help you guys. Don't worry for that. So over here, you just have to install the VirtualBox from here, guys. First of all, then moving on further, what you have to just do it. You have to click on kali.org to install what do we call, yeah, Kali Linux into the VirtualBox. You have to do it. Let me share this link as well for so you guys can see it. You can see this as well, guys. I'm starting both of these so that you guys can see it, and that will be helpful to you. Kali.org is to install the Kali Linux in your system. As soon as you'll click on this, you will be able to see the Kali Linux in front of you and the website for it. You just have to go and click on download. As soon as you'll click on download, you'll be given two options, guys. I'll show you that. Um, yeah. Here you can see this is an installer image and this is virtual machines. So either you can choose one of your whichever suits according to your system, guys. Yeah, I can't see anything on the screen. I guess that is the network connectivity issue at your end, so that's why might be you are not able to see. And let me remove it. That could be also the reason. Okay, now you might be able to see. So you can choose which one you are doing, and according to the you can choose either the installer images, or you can use the virtual machines depending on the compatibility of your system, guys. You can choose it that way, and after doing it, one thing will get installed into your system, and you have to set it up. After setting it up, then we will be heading towards the. Okay. Now, after that, we will be going back to our Oracle virtual box, and I would show you that you can see over here there is an option for my Kali Linux. So I'm going to open up, and I'm going to show you how you can actually do the active recon, and how you can gather information by interacting with the servers, or you can say interacting with the target. This is what active recon is, guys. You are getting connected, interacting with the Luke. That is basically, you can say that way, that in some cases it is installer images which are best for the systems, because you can say the virtual machines are for VMware basically, and a VM in that case, actually what happens is it stores a lot, it takes a lot of space in your systems. That's why sometimes you are not able to install them properly, and that causes a lot of you can say problem. So that is something that happens, so that's why this is the problem, nothing else. So now let's see. My Kali Linux is getting opened up, and then I show you how you can use. And I would like to ask you guys, how many of you have the idea about Nmap? How many of you have any idea about Nmap, guys? Just ping it up as quick as possible. I'm looking at the comment section side by side. Okay, ma'am, thank you. You're welcome, Luke. No worries. That's for him. The password is always the default for Linux. That is Kali Kali. And my used to scan the IPs. Very good. I have an idea. Okay, networks. How we use it, guys. This question is very weird, but I wanted to ask you because in some cases people do forget that sometimes people, the mentee of mine used to ask that, oh, is how do we have to install Nmap? Guys, do you think that you need to install Nmap in your Kali Linux? Do you also think the same way? Because this is either the misunderstanding that people have, or you can call it this way, that they think, yeah, exactly. Have used Nmap network mapper. Exactly, the leap. That's good. Guys, it is pre-installed in the Kali Linux, and you do not have to actually install it or download it into your Kali Linux. I'll repeat this thing again, that you do not have to install or download Kali Nmap in your Kali Linux, because it is a pre-installed tool which you can use it easily. So I'm just going to put on Kali. Oh, sorry, I I made a mistake. Yeah. And the people who have, you can say, attended my earlier boot camps might have an idea about Nmap and the commands of the Nmap, because I we have actually practiced. Yeah, it is by default, Luke. It is by default. So in this, they have an idea, because we have discussed Nmap so many times, and this is, you can say, a bible of the ethical hackers, bible for the ethical hackers. It is one of the greatest good tool, you can say, which helps you to gather all such informations regarding the IP, the states of the IP, the versions of the IP, the softwares they're using, and also it sometimes gives you, in aggressive scanning, it gives you a lot information. So which is something, you can say, hell good, hell good. I cannot even tell you, because in some cases, with the help of just the, yeah, IP address, that is the default, you can call it that way. Yeah, just let me open up my what do we call it, guys? A terminal. Just give me a second. It's taking a bit time. Rohan, where do you like? Where are you asking me this question for? I didn't got it. Just please elaborate your question so that I can explain to you a little better. Just a second. Yeah, I guess now it is visible to you all. The font is already good. The font is fine for you. So, guys, before we proceed to any such part, any such thing, I would suggest you one thing. I would suggest you just one thing. That is, um, I would ask you before doing it, you have to do one thing. First of all, check. Check, what do we call it? Check the IP address of your own system, and how would you do it? This is the basic command that you should know. This is my question to you. What is the command that is used to check your own IP address in you can see Rohan on my channel. You can go ahead and see it there on the what do we call it? There are CHV13 playlist. You can go ahead and see there. Uh, IP config and IF config both are correct, but I would say again, guys, IP config is actually for the Windows and IF config is basically for the Kali Linux. To the people who have this misunderstanding, or you can say, um, who have this misunderstanding about IP config and IF config. What is my IP address to check? Huh? Sure. What's your question? What is my IP address to check? Your Kali's IP address I'm talking about. Who am I is to tell you about a particular address that you are looking for. It is not same as IP config or IF config. IP config is for Windows. I'll repeat it again, guys. Let me show it to you on my. Just a second. Yeah, here we go. Okay, first of all, we would go ahead with the IP address, IP config and IF config, because many IP config. And that too, guys, the problem with the IP config and IF config, you guys do mistake is you give spaces. That's not how things work. IP config doesn't give any space over there. So in the IP config, that is for Windows, and IF config, that is for, you can say, Kali. So now I would show you how you can, for Kali Linux, which one should I choose? Installer, image, or virtual machine? What are you using? VirtualBox, Mohammed, or VMware? Tell me that. IF config, and as soon as I'll put on IF config, guys, you'll be able to see the IP addresses. You can see over here. Let me show you that. You can see this is one IP address. That is the thing. And in some cases, people uses this, but this is not that worth it, guys. You have to use this one, the upper one, which states this thing. So this is the IP config of it, and you have to use it this way. Then comes the easiest way that I use personally, guys, to get the IP address of any, you can say, any app, web app, or any website. What do I do is I just do simply ping, so as to gather the IP address as quick as possible without doing much, you can say, much efforts. Let's say I wanted to gather information about ping, and I want the IP address for amazon.com. I would just mention it this way, and you can see, guys, I got the IP address, and that's it. With the help of ping, I just got the IP address. And to copy into the Kali Linux, you are going to use the Control Shift C command, and to paste, you are going to use Control Shift V command. So as because it is not as similar, you can say, exact same as the Windows, it is different, guys. So in this case, I'm just going to put on here and use the command, the default command for, you can say, nmap. I'm going to use nmap is nmap and the IP address. I'm just going to put in Control Z to cancel. No, Control C to cancel, not Control Z. Control C is to stop the command there itself. So that is something different. Just give me a second, guys. Let me see where are my commands. There are so many things that are actually here. Commands, yeah. Here it is. Yeah, so this is the basic default command that we're using, nmap and the IP addresses you can see there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put on enter after mentioning this basic and the default command, and after this you'll be able to see actually what is happening and how it is going on throughout the process. So let's see what it shows and how it shows us to. Okay, this is the result that we came across in the Amazon's app. It is showing the host is up and there are 998 filtered TCP ports. Filtered TCP ports, guys, means that it is behind the firewall, and that will be only possible to see when you specify the port number. Without specifying the port number, you cannot see the ports which are filtered or which are behind the firewall. So that in that case you have to mention the mention the port number specifically. So over here you can see these are the open ports which are NetDiscover. NetDiscover is also to find out the IP address, but I prefer using the simplest and the easiest ways because I don't want to waste the time. I don't prefer you wasting time anyhow. So over here you can see there are the two ports which are open. So here you can see there are two port 80 and 443, which are the basic port numbers which are open. So it's not a big deal for it. So we can see. Dhruv, please don't ask about the attendance link. I have already mentioned it on the day one that you do not have to ask the attendance link again and again. It will be shared after 42 or 50, 742 or 750. So please stop pestering the class here, else the team would block you. So you can see the guys the services are mentioned over here. You are able to see, this is what active recon is, guys. You are over here able to see the port numbers. You are able to the state you are able to see the state of the particular what are you able to capture from here and how you are able to capture this. So this is something you can call it active reconnaissance. You are trying to get information from particular state or you can say from particular server, that what sort of app, what sort of pages it have, and that is what is going to happen. So let's say if I call it this way, now I wanted to use nmap SV. Now we will tell me, we is especially for the version, guys. We is going to tell me about the version, that which version is there, which is somehow called the you can say banner grabbing as well, because you are able to gather the information regarding the banner, a particular banner that we call it this way, that where the version is visible, that particular state of this version is here. And no, verbose mode is not that, that is a small v, but here we are talking about the capital V, which is for the version Shibam. We are talking about the version. We will be able to get to know for this after getting to have the idea about the version instead of verbose. So you from here you can just go ahead and see this way. Let me say if I mention okay, now I would like to put on the same IP address over here and would just put an enter, and as soon as I put on enter, you will be able to see this thing, guys. You will be able to see the version as well, and I will show you how you can do it and how you can understand that why this version thing is important when we are talking about nmap, and how this is called something as an active reconnaissance. Because if you have an idea about the version number, let's say if you have an idea which version is being used for this particular service, then what you can do is you can try to find out if it is outdated or if it is updated. If it is outdated, you can find a exploit of it if there is any exploit available. So with the help of that exploit, what is going to happen in that case is, with the help of that exploit, you are just gathering and you are just trying to get into the system. That is really different, and that is active recon. I hope this is making sense, that why and how active recon is different from the passive recon, and what active recon is actually taking us through, and what actually it is showing us, and how it is showing us. Is that clear to you guys or not? Till the time it is giving us the responses. Nmap sometimes in some cases takes a lot of time, guys, so don't worry that why it is not showing. It will come after its sweet time. It is taking a little sweet time of it, so don't worry about that. Just tell me that if you're getting to understand, if you have like in brain that yeah, it is something right, if I am getting the point of it. So just let me know. Okay, so it have shown us the response. Let's see what it have shown us right now. Mm, it seems like there is some problem that it have shown us to. Okay. Yeah, you can see over here, guys, the version it is mentioned over here is server. Yes, ma'am, got it. Got it. Clear, ma'am, clear. Cool, cool, guys. You can see over here, there are two services which are unrecognized despite returning data. If you know the service version, please submit the following. So that means they don't have the version number. They just know that it is working on some sort of server, which is really quite, you can say, amusing, assuming and amusing as well, because it is different. It's taking a lot of time. I didn't even complete my ping part. Ping part to it always take a time. You just have to click close it with the use of control C. Ping part would keep on going until and unless you cannot just wait for ping part to complete. Ping part never gets completed, guys. You have to stop the ping part by using the control C. So you don't have to do the ping part. You just have to get a single ID and you will get the IP address. Don't go ahead with this thing. Now, after doing this, I'm going to show you how you can just go ahead with the, let's choose some other IP address, and I would mention pinggeomar.com. And as soon as I would put it, control C. Oh, sorry. Yeah, here we go. And I got the IP address of the geomar.com. Now, after taking this, I would copy it from here. I'll clear my tab again. Is this ma'am we can how load a site with the ping? Is these ma'am that we can how just a second, what your question is. Let me see, because on my mobile phone there's something emoji that is coming right in front of me. Is these ma'am that we can check how load can a site take with ping? It's like how much time the website is taking, and how much time the if we combine it with the sin scan. Yeah, you can do it that as well, Amit. You can do that as well. So guys, yeah, for the ping, you can say ping shows us the amount. Let me show you how ping. What does the ping show you? You can see in the ping over here, you are able to see how many bytes of data it is capturing, and you can also see the TTL total time taken, guys. Total time in loading up, the time taken, the 18.6 milliseconds. One packet is transmitted. It is you can say it is like a packet transmission. It is checking how much data it is sending through that particular time part, and how it is managing things that way. So ping's work is to check all of those things, that how much time it is taking, how many packets have been lost, if there is any packet loss, or if there is any packet receiving. Everything will be told with the help of ping. That is what the website is up or not, whether we are able to capture the packets from the website or not. If the website is working, how we can do it that way. So it is something this. So now moving on further, we will have it about, you can say, what do we call it this way? Okay, yeah, next I'm going to show you. Mm, yeah, first of all, I'm going to do the same thing in map and the IP address, that is for the default one, to check what are the services being opened, how the packets are transmitting, what is happening and how it is happening. Let's see. Yeah, thousand there are 1,000 filtered ports, guys, but there is no port which is opened up on the Juma.com. But now I wanted to recheck the IP address because this is not possible that even the HTTP and HTTPS ports are not opened up in here. So as to check that, what we are going to do is we are going to firstly do is active recon. We are going to do a little bit of active recon with the help of netcraft.com, and which will help us to understand how things are working over here in this case, and how the report is taking place, and how things are going, so that we can get to know that whether the IP address is correct or not. In some cases it happens the IP address, there are several IP addresses based on the based on the structure that it is having, or based on the localities as well sometimes. So let's look up for it and let's see what it's trying to show us. Okay. Okay, it is showing the site rank. This is the IPv4 address. Let's copy this IP address and we will paste it in our Kali Linux in map, and I would just do it this way. Okay. Enter, and let's see guys what it shows us. Let's wait for the results to pop up. Okay, I told you guys there are chances that sometimes this IP address is wrong, and that's why it is not always possible that there is no port which is open. So here these ports are opened up. Now what I'm going to do is I wanted to look for some specific ports for that case. What I'm going to do is exactly, yeah, I have got it. Amit, we have got it sometimes. We do. Sometimes we check and we are able to see that yes, this is using some outdated version, or the or you can say the exploited version, which is right now being used in that organization or a website, and we try to exploit it. If it is getting exploited, then we report it in that manner by creating a particular POC and everything. So we do sometimes. So you can see nmap. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mention P. Now P is, guys, this hyphen P is for something which is going to that I wanted to specify port number. P is specifically for port numbers. So here what you're going to do is we're going to use this P and mention 21, and then I can say I want 20, I want 52, I want 500, and I don't know if 500, if there is anything right above on the 500 or not, but yeah, let's still see it. Then mention the IP address that you're looking for and just boom, enter. Now I would say show you that, yeah, look guys, this 21 port number was filtered. That means it was behind the firewall. But as soon as I mentioned it over here in this state, 52 is failed to resolve this. There is chances that this is not over there. And the report for 500, this is onto this particular port, which is also not possible to see over there. So it was filtered and it was behind the firewall. That's why when I specifically mentioned this, only then I'm able to see that yes, this port number is available, but it is behind the firewall, which is for the file transmission protocol, which means the files are transmitted and it is behind the firewall, which means it is somehow safer. So this is how you get to know about the IP addresses and the port numbers on those IP addresses. That's how things work actually. Can we check every IP with or some private IPs is not received here for port number? Private IPs on every IP? I didn't got your question, Dhruv. Like, what are you are asking for port number, or you're asking for private IPs, or like the particular IP addresses? Just elaborate it better way so that I can help you out in that case. Now you can see after doing this, now what we are going to do, now we are trying to we are going to try to look for, let me open up the cheat sheet because I sometimes also forget, guys. Yeah, for the port scanning I have already mentioned you. Now if you wanted to look for, you can say if you're looking for all of the ports, guys, there are, ma'am, what is this number means? Guys, your questions are getting so confusing today. Like you are asking questions which are halfway to the point. Either you give me the full question so that I can help you. Just give me a second. Let me see the question, guys. Ma'am, what this number mean before an IP address? These are port numbers, Rohan. These are port numbers. Exactly. Anyone with filtered is behind the firewall, Luke. That is why it is not visible and not shown to you when you did a default scan, you can say. Because in the default scan, okay, let me tell you one thing, guys. Let me share my screen and I'll mention it to you. Just give me a second. Just give me a second, Dhruv. I'll get you there. Look, guys, there is one thing. First of all, when you do a default scan, the command for it is nmap and the simple IP address. And one more thing, when you are doing a default scan, only 1,000 ports are scanned out of the. I have shared my cheat sheet with you in the PDF that was for, you can say, notes. Okay, focus here, guys. You can see the default scan. Nmap IP address is actually the default thing, right? Let me remove this part and let me mention it this way. This is the default command, you can call it default scan command. And now you can see it only gives you the 1,000 ports as out of the 65,535, or you can say the 36, because sometimes you take it 65,536 ports. Out of all these ports, only exactly, Chief, that is what we are discussing here. Look at this, guys. First of all, try to focus and listen. Then mention that you are not able to understand. Just try to focus what I'm trying to explain you, and then say it this way. Okay. So first thing first is here. When you do a default scan command, like a default command you're using, which is this one, nmap IP address, there are the results that we get is only the 1,000 ports as a result, right? Out of how many? 65,535, or you can say 36. These are the total port numbers. So out of these total port numbers, we in the default command we get only 1,000 ports, which we get are only the open state, only in the open state. So now you think which we are not able to see are either filtered or closed. But when you specify the port number, and now how would you do specifying the port number? The command for that is nmap p, and then you give the port numbers. It could be any port, either 21, 22, 45, 52, depending on which they are actually using. We are not sure whether how we are doing or not. Basha, this is not the correct, you can say, to scan full network for 65,536 port numbers. This is not the correct, you can say, correct command. There is different command for that. This is just the basic one. In the DevTown group itself, you can see there in the description box either, or in the community where there is specific port for, you can say, notes. Now you can, after that, you can just mention the IP address. Now I hope you guys got it. And filtered ports are those ports, guys, if you are able to see the 21 port number, which should have been shown to you when, you can say, when you did a default scan, because 21 is a number which comes in the 1,000 itself, right, guys? So that is something you can see there, but you didn't saw it. And why didn't you saw it? Because it was filtered, and that means it was behind the firewall. I guess now the question of Luke and where it is Chief are, and also the Muhammad, is clear, and you guys have got an idea that how you basically scan the IP address and scan a particular domain with the help of this. I guess this is clear. Just give me a quick heads up, guys, whether it is clear or not. Be quick. Then I'll get back to your question, Dhruv, as well. Okay, good to know, Luke. What about others, guys? Be really quick, guys. We are moving out of time and else. Clear, Mithilesh, clear. Anila is also clear. Okay. Ash is also clear. Okay. So now, if you guys are clear about it, I would answer your question, Dhruv. You have asked that why we cannot directly check the private IP address. Private IPs, basically what happens in those cases, in the private IPs, you can say, private IPs block you sometimes when you are doing the scans in the automated, with the help of automated tools like Nmap. They block you, that's why you are not able to see them. Or sometimes they have specifically blocked the IP addresses which cannot do a particular thing. That's why it happens. But you can specify any port number and any IP address so that you can see it this way. I hope that is also clear to you, Dhruv. And this question makes this answer makes sense to your question. Then okay, now we would move to another command for Nmap, which is the basic command that we're going to discuss for the active recon itself. You can see, then you can use yeah. Now someone asked me, I guess, let me check who asked me this question. Yeah, what if you want to get all IP addresses available? Chief, this is something like, you can say, information about a range of an IP address, like Chief asked. For the range of an IP address, Chief, you have to use this command. You can see over here, nmap IP address, and you can just use an hyphen till whichever IP address range you want. I guess this is visible now. Just do let me know if it is visible or not, guys, because without you guys letting me know, I won't have any idea about it. You can see this is the command that you can use for, you can see IP address, and then you can use a hyphen, and you can give a particular range for it, for that case, so that you guys can hunt you guys can check from this range to this range. You will be able to understand that way. Then comes up the question for how to check for all the ports, like 65,000, all of those 65,530. I think I'll have to rewatch the video, Mohammed. I I can't say anything about it because it's something that you have to, I guess, repeat it, because yeah. Okay. Then if you have to see the full range of scan, like the whole of the scan. So in there, what you have to do is you have to choose this command, nmap p hyphen p hyphen. Why hyphen p hyphen, guys? Hyphen p is for port scanning, and hyphen again is for the full range scan, like all of those 65,535 or 36 port numbers, whatever it is. If you have to scan that, you have to use this command for like hyphen p hyphen and then the IP address for that particular target, whatever you are using. So these are some of the basic commands, you can say. You can see over here nmap that you can see the specific that we have already used. Let's use this one as well for now to show you others as well, not the same one again. Nmap p 80443 443 21 42 and 60. I don't know whether they are using this 42 and 60 port or not, but yeah, still I would be stubborn as much as I can. Okay, it says 80 is open, 80 is filtered basically. Okay, I'm not sure why did they say this. Okay, oh, there seems to be some problem. So that's how things goes, guys, and this is, you can say, the basic steps to do for active recon when you're using nmap. And with the help of Nikto as well, you can gather information about, you can say, the vulnerabilities, what sort of vulnerabilities can be there in the system. For that as well you can do it, but Nikto sometimes doesn't work, and it got stuck. It definitely got stuck. So in order to prevent that from happening, I would suggest you guys to prefer using, for now you guys prefer using this nmap and the basic commands of nmap, just the very very basic commands. And that is how things goes for active recon, guys. There are several other tools as well for active reckon, but I would for now and for the basics and for the starting, I would suggest you to practice nmap as much as you can, because nmap is something really really good, which is going to help you throughout the way and on the long journey of yours. So now I'll be sharing you guys a link for the attendance, guys, because the time have already rolled on. I would share a link with you. Yeah, Rohan, depending on the structure and the locality, it does show you the different answers sometimes. That's none of a, you can say that's not much of a big deal. I'll share with you guys the attendance sheet, and once I share with you guys the attendance sheet, guys, please do not spam the do not spam the comment section, and fill out the form as once you are done with the filling out the comment section. Just do let me know. Let me stop sharing my screen. Um, yeah. Today is day 4, now, guys. If I'm not wrong, just do let me know. So I would share the day 4 only. What if I would share a wrong one with you? Okay, that's great. Yeah, day 4. Okay, let me share the link. Okay, guys. Now you guys can actually go ahead and fill out your form. Once you're done with the form of attendance, exactly, there is Rohan. But right now, you just fill out the form, then you can ask me your doubts. Otherwise you would miss it, and then you will say that, man, I skipped the part. So just go ahead and fill out the form first, and once you're done, you guys can just ask me your doubts. Yesterday, if we forgot to fill out share the form, and you guys got late due to that. Be quick, guys, and then drop your doubts. I will be ready to solve your problems for today's class. Then tomorrow will be the last session. Yes, therefore. Okay, Dilip, thank you. Now you guys can fill up form quickly. Okay. Rohan seems like a ma'am. I'm commanding you to solve you to answer my question right now. Ah, that's Burp Suite basically, and that's not only the Kali app that is downloaded in the Windows as well. Shivam. Okay, Rohan, the answer to your question, that yeah, there is a difference between the closed ones and the filtered one. Closed ones are the port which are either the pages, or you can say the port numbers which are closed, which are not in use for that particular, you can say, what do we call it, particular organization or website, which are not in use anymore. And you can then say filtered ones are which the ports which are behind the firewalls, which are being used and protected by the website and the organizations. Now I hope, Rohan, that is clear to you. Your question is clear now. You guys can ask your questions who are done filling up the form. You guys can go ahead and ask. Be quick, guys, so that I can solve as much questions as I can, and you guys won't have to face the problem later on. No worries. I was also kidding. That's fine, Rohan. For the people who haven't still followed me on my LinkedIn, I'm sharing my LinkedIn profile as well. You guys can follow me there as well. Ma'am, can you make a YouTube video on Hydra password cracking? Shivam, if I get time, I would definitely try to create it. As right now, the playlist on my YouTube channel is going on for vulnerabilities discussion. We are discussing about different sorts of vulnerabilities, web app vulnerabilities. So if I'll get some time out of it, and if I think that I can go out of the stack, you can say, of my discussions on YouTube, I would definitely try to create one video for Hydra password cracking. Ma'am, I have filled the form day 3, but I did not receive message about filling the form. Mithilesh, I'm not so sure about this problem because management handles that thing, and I don't know how to help you out in this case. You guys can talk to the management and the team if you can. My YouTube channel name, let me share the link that for that as well. Just give me a second. Okay. Here you go with my YouTube channel, guys. You can see that as well. You can follow me there. You can subscribe if you want. Just a second. Someone, is there project to be submitted after the course before we get? So yes, there will be, Muhammad, and I will be discussing a little bit about that project tomorrow, so that you guys can have an idea how to do it and what to actually do it in that project. So no worries for that. Any other questions, guys? Be quick with your questions, guys, else you will be asking me at the last minute. When I will be like signing off and stream ending the stream, you would be texting, you would be commenting in 102 speed, or you can say 210 speed. So it's better you ask your questions and doubts right now. Is there any other course planned after this? Amit, not so sure about it right now, because if the team would be suggesting, then I would uh, I would definitely get back to you with that. I am not sure right now, but yeah. Just a second. Ma'am, please, you said yesterday you will give us update about a particular website we started yesterday during the practice. Which you? I uh, okay, 1996. So there is no particular email where I can report that bug. But yeah, that was absolutely and 100% the bug that we have seen for php.info. That was 110% a bug, guys, which should be reported. But the thing is that the website doesn't have any email address or something where I could have gone and shared with them. Just give me a second. Ma'am, as you are saying that you will share the PDF, it is already shared. I have already shared it with the team. The team might have shared with you guys. You just have to go and see the description box or anything else of the WhatsApp community. I'm not sure whether do upload it. Ma'am, kindly make a video on how to combine Nmap, Metasploit, and Wireshark. I have created a video separately for Nmap. There is one course that I have created You can say for nmap only, like nmap for ethical hacking from basic to intermediate to advanced. On my udemy as well as on my ec council, you guys can go and see there. If you wanted to, you can just search on my name and you'll be able to see nmap for ethical hacking course. You can go ahead and see that. Okay ma'am, I am interested in enrolling if planned in future. Good to know, Amit. That's really good. Nmap cheat sheet pdf, the leap. Mm, I have shared a little bit of cheat sheet in that particular PDF itself. You can see there. Okay, hope you'll guide us through the project. Yeah, Mohammed, I always do. I always do in all of my boot camps. The people who have joined my boot camps earlier know, and if you are new, no worries, you'll get to know tomorrow. Don't worry about that. Anything else, guys? Go ahead, ask your doubts, because this is the only time. Then tomorrow your questions will be different. Your questions will be roaming around the reports, your and all the project work only. So it's better to ask questions as much as you can today. Hmm. मैम कब होगा nmap का फिर session? nmap session, Ashu, have already taken place earlier. That bootcamp have taken place. Either you can watch that bootcamp on the DevTown, or you can watch the videos from my YouTube channel to get more information about nmap. Or you can look into my course on Udemy or EC Council. There, that course are available on both the platforms, so you can see there. Ma'am, I would be grateful if you could recommend any additional courses or resources for further development. For that, Amit, you can go ahead and look for the labs of OSINT on Cybrary, try Hack Me and Hack the Box. They're wonderful. Where we'll be able to get the PDF. Kundan, you can see that in the WhatsApp community. Can you personally send me red teaming? Yeah, you just ping me on my LinkedIn profile. As soon as I get time, guys, I would definitely share the resources as much as I can. You're welcome, Dilip. Ma'am, you said yesterday during the practice. I have already given the answer for that, Luke. You have missed that. Ma'am, can you share the PDF now? I have shared Sujal with the team, and the team have shared. That's not something I can share here. So the team have already shared with you. Tools on this link, ma'am, in comment on your post, because I haven't subscribed premium LinkedIn. Where did you share on my post? Okay, no worries. I would see that. If there will be any, if I'll be able to see, then I will see. No questions today. No worries, Dilip. Because I know, Dilip, you had, why don't you have questions? Because you have already covered the same topic earlier also in the boot camps. I have idea about it. No worries. Yeah, Luke, no worries. Any other questions from anyone else, guys? Any other questions, guys? For what Rohan, the class have already ended and we are just going ahead with the questions. If you have questions, go ahead with the questions. Can you some free tools for what AG? Movie clubs? I am not sure for what you are actually asking me. Just go ahead and ask that. For what specific you are asking? No questions today. Seems like today you guys are already. What next topic, guys? Next topic will be given tomorrow only. I cannot start it today. It's done for today. You just go ahead and tell me what next topic shall I start. Random joy. Today's session was very boring. Okay. Rohan, for today, it was only about the basics of active recon. So that was it. Nothing much more there today. Tools on AI, tools on AI. There are several tools on AI. Chat GPT. You can use 11 Labs. You can use Delay for, yeah. You can use Gemini, Nano Banana. Yeah, there are so many tools on AI. Whatever you wish to. I have a course on generative AI as well. So you guys can go and see, look into that as well on Udemy itself. Anything else, guys? Or shall we end the class today? The time is already up, and I guess you guys are already bored with today's class. We want today you take session minimum 2 hours. Ali, it's not in my hands. The session is only for 1 hour every single day. Why it's tiring for finding bug? Does a bug require such a large time, frustrating and demotivating? Anshuman, the question is nice. That's actually a good thing. I would tell you why it is tiring to find a bug, because you have to go through each and everything. And when you're looking into a website, you have to go for each and every feature so that you understand how things are working. And yeah, sometimes you can find bugs on a lower level itself. So there is nothing big in that case. That is why it is sometimes frustrating and demotivating. But yeah, if you're consistently working on it, it will give you bounties as well, so that will be motivating. I know in the starting it feels like very demotivating. It feels like I don't want to do it. Why I'm even doing when I'm not getting results? It happens with each and every person, but your consistency is going to pay you off later in the stage. So it's better that you prefer being strong with the mindset that yeah, you have to sit for this much hours to do it, and this much break you have to take, then you again sit for the same work. You have to keep on doing until and unless you feel you have to just go ahead with it. Go ahead, do it, guys. That's what it always says to you, right? Can you give an overview about the that what we will be doing tomorrow? Yeah, for tomorrow we are going to understand how you have to report, how you have to create an, you can say, and how you have to analyze those OSINT things with the passive recon and the active recon, how you're going to do the analysis and the report. And then I'm also going to tell you what you have to do in a project, like a little bit of exposure so that you guys can understand that. Surprise tomorrow. What's a kind of surprise, the leap do you want for tomorrow? Just do let me know. I'll prepare that. What surprise do you want? Okay, guys, tell me what else questions do you have, or you are done with it? Go ahead, guys. Okay, thank you. You're welcome, Leo. Good night. Take care. Can you summarize about today's session in next 10 more minutes? Stuxnet. I don't got you what you have mentioned, Sachin. And summarize, we talked about active recon. What is the default scan for nmap? Why do we use nmap and everything? That is what we discussed. The commands, how do we practice using p port for port number, p hyphen is for what? Any from your side? Okay, I'll think about it, Dilip. For yesterday, for tomorrow, I'll think some surprise for you guys. I am thinking what you can I start bug bounty hunting? Not right after this course, because bug bounty hunting needs a lot of practice. Today's session is excellent. You're welcome, Hirant. I appreciate your compliment. Okay, I'll think, Dilip, if there is any that I can do it. And yeah, that was it for today's session, guys. Then I guess if you don't have any doubts, then we can see you tomorrow and we'll discuss everything tomorrow. Thanks a lot for joining the session, guys. Have a good night. Good night, Ali Hassan. Take care, guys. Have a good day. Bye bye. See you in the next session.